Hi, this is Literacy, Language, and Education. In this video, we will be talking about beginning reading skills and teaching resources. But before that, let's have first 10 scientific facts about reading books and how could it really improve your life. Number 1. Reading can help prevent Alzheimer's. 2. Being a reader means you're more likely to learn something new every day. 3. People who read are more likely to vote, exercise, and be more cultural. 4. Reading can be therapeutic. 5. Reading enhances your memory. 6. Reading actually does make you seem sexier, especially to women. 7. Reading helps to boost your analytical thinking. 8. Reading expands your vocabulary so you'll sound like a genius. 9. Fiction books increase your ability to empathize with others. And 10. People who read are more likely to get ahead when it comes to their careers and life in general. All the best things in life start with a strong foundation. A good garden needs a soil, a good party needs a good playlist, and a good introduction to literacy needs the 5 pillars of reading. In this video, we will be talking about beginnings of reading skills and teaching resources. This consists of phonemic awareness, phonics instruction, fluency instruction, vocabulary instruction, and comprehensive instruction. These beginning skills are also called the 5 pillars of reading, namely phonemic awareness, phonics instruction, fluency instruction, vocabulary instruction, and comprehensive instruction. We'll have first phonemic awareness. Phonemic awareness is the first and most fundamental of all the reading skills because research indicates that future reading skills are dependent on its development. It is the ability to identify the smallest unit of sound in the English language and has been shown to be a very powerful predictor of later reading achievement according to Jewell 1988. Phonemic awareness is closely associated with phonological awareness, meaning manipulating and substituting phonemes. Phonemic awareness can be shown in the sample word cup, which has the sound p in the last letter of the word. If changed into the sound of t, the word will be changed into cut, from word cup into cut. Phonemic awareness applies only to verbal speech but provides the foundation for the next instructional step of associating individual sounds with written letters, commonly known as phonics. Now, what does it mean in teaching phonemic awareness? It means instructing students to identify and manipulate the approximately 44 phonemes in the English language. It doesn't require students to be able to read or even see printed letters to grasp their concept. It's all about the sounds that word part make. As a teacher and a parent, why do we need to teach phonemic awareness? And as a child, why do we have to develop phonemic awareness? We have to develop such because it is a strong predictor of long-term reading and spelling success. By using effective teaching strategies, phonemic awareness can be successfully taught during your literacy block. As you're planning instruction, it is also important to recognize that phonemic awareness development must be quickly followed by the introduction of phonics. Research shows that teaching sounds along with letters of the alphabet helps students better understand how phonemic awareness relates to their reading and writing. The second pillar in reading is the phonics instruction. This is the instructional method that transitions learners from oral language to print and transforms meaningless marks on a page into letters of the alphabet that represent the sounds of English. Phonics instruction and strategies provide the basic skills that enable learners to decode the words they read and to spell the words they write. Phonics provides the explicit connection between individual sounds or the phonemes and letters or the graphemes and an understanding of the alphabetic principle, the predictable and systematic relationships that can be used to recognize, read, and spell words. Furthermore, phonics is the ability to understand that there is a predictable relationship between phonemes and graphemes. They represent those sounds in written language in order to associate written letters with the sounds of spoken. This is where students begin to crack the code on reading. Phonics instruction teaches students how to build relationships between sounds and letters or letter combinations and how to use those relationships to build words. Well, the English language is full of irregular spellings and exceptions to phonetic rules. Phonics teaches students a system for remembering how to read words so that they are able to read, spell, and recognize words instantly. That is why it is important and it matters to teach phonics to the children. The third pillar is the fluency instruction. This is the ability to read text quickly and accurately, and is based on the reader's understanding of the alphabetic principle to accurately decode words and a collection of common sight words, which are the words that cannot be sounded out. When readers are able to decode with automaticity, they can focus attention to the content and meaning of what they are reading. Opportunities for students to read and reread the same text aloud. This can be done initially with an adult or reader partner who models and provides guidance as needed. Reading records can also be used to identify initial miscues and oral reading fluency rates and improvements after rereading. This is the ability to read as well as one speaks as to make sense of what is being read without having to stop or pause to decode words. Actual fluency is developed with the repeated, accurate sounding out of words. Why does it matter to teach fluency or to develop fluency? It is critical to a student's motivation to read. When students struggle to sound out letters and words, reading can become a laborious and exhausting task, and students may begin to perceive reading as a negative activity. As students begin to acquire words more easily, they should also practice dividing text into meaningful chunks, knowing when to pause and change intonation and tone. With regular guidance and feedback, students begin to recognize these cues during reading and develop deeper comprehension. The fourth pillar is the vocabulary instruction. Vocabulary is the collection of words that are known and understood by the learner. In many cases, vocabulary is first developed orally as students hear and repeat words and associate meaning with objects in their environment. As they begin to decode, learners create associations between spoken words and the corresponding text. It is therefore much easier to introduce written words that are already part of the student's spoken vocabulary. Vocabulary instruction generally moves from common, more concrete items to subject-specific and more abstract items. Adding new words to vocabulary is important in order to develop comprehension. Vocabulary is very closely tied to reading comprehension, and it can be absorbed or learned both orally and through print. Most vocabulary is learned through everyday listening in conversations, reading aloud, or independent reading. In fact, studies show that there are direct links between how many words children hear spoken at home and how well they excel in third grade. This is because children are consciously building their oral vocabularies all the time. In order to comprehend reading, a student must know what words mean that he or she is reading. Beginning readers use their oral vocabulary to make sense of words they see in print. If a student encounters an unfamiliar word while reading, his or her reading is momentarily interrupted until the new word is added to his or her mental vocabulary. Why does it really matter for children? Well, direct instruction of explicitly taught vocabulary as well as word learning strategies can help build a flourishing vocabulary and improve reading fluency and comprehension. The fifth and the last pillar of the beginning reading skill is the comprehension instruction. Learners who decode text but gain no meaning from what they read are unable to use or store the information available in print. Text comprehension strategies assist in developing skills that promote reading for understanding and include identifying the purpose and structure of the text, connecting to prior knowledge and personal experience, questioning and summarizing. Students with developed reading comprehension abilities can predict, infer, make connections, and analyze what is being read. If you want to think of reading like a watering can, then the four preceding pillars are the different parts that make up the watering can, like the handle, spout, and body of the can itself. Comprehension is the water. Without it, you still have a watering can, but an empty watering can won't help your flowers grow. Comprehension allows the flowers of literacy to bloom as it gives meaning and purpose to what is being read. Why does it matter? Well, even before children become independent readers, they can begin practicing and developing comprehension skills when books are read aloud to them. Students who comprehend what they read are both purposeful and active readers. Furthermore, they use metacognitive strategies to think about the purpose of what they're reading and monitor their own understanding as they read. This allows the students to isolate and verbalize where they have a lack of understanding, which in turn opens doors for them to apply specific strategies to attain that understanding. In conclusion, the 5 pillars of reading are vital to literacy instruction, but they are still one component of the larger reading instruction strategy for an in-depth guide of how to evaluate the many facets of structuring an effective, research-based reading and language arts block. Again, there are 5 pillars of beginning reading skills, namely phonemic awareness, phonic instruction, fluency instruction, vocabulary instruction, and comprehension instruction. Here are the references for this video presentation. If you like and learn something from this video and are thrilled to learn more about literacy, language, and education, just visit the links given and find more references from it. Thank you for watching and God bless. This is Literacy, Language, and Education.